Hi everyone! In today's class, we are going to do a stay strong flow. So it's staying strong because we are going to work the shoulders. There will be a bit of a back bend, but there will also be an arm balancing component. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so we'll start in a tabletop position and then go ahead just making gentle movements first. Okay, maybe swinging the hips side to side as you connect with your breath, and then just maybe grounding yourself on your mat. And then from here, we'll just start to make maybe bigger circles as you start to shift forward and shifting back. Okay. And then make sure you go the opposite direction, maybe another 3 to 4 rounds. And then as you shift forward and back, make sure that you also get the movement at your wrists, just to get the hands and the wrist ready for our class. We'll come back to center, and then from here you'll start to fan your fingers off to the side. So I also like this sort of prep for my hands and my wrist, okay, as I make circles again. One more breath in this direction, and then from here we'll go the opposite direction. So just 3 to 4 circles. You can go as slow as you like. Maybe check out any particular kinks in your wrists or at the hands. And then we'll come back to center. This time we'll start to point your fingers towards the knees. Okay? And then we'll just stretch out the wrists. And then you'll start to sit down towards the knees, towards the feet, sorry. Okay? And then you'll feel the stretch as well on your forearms. Okay? Maybe if you still want a little bit more here, you can start to press your fingertips down. Okay, see how that feels for your wrists and the forearms. One more breath. And then exhale, we'll slowly release. We'll come back to tabletop. Okay, maybe do a few of the wiggles. Maybe just getting the hips ready. Okay. And then from here, you'll go ahead and we'll swing the right foot out. Okay. And then you'll start to straighten the right leg out. Okay, you have the option to do this on blocks. Okay, so I'll show you how it looks like on blocks. Okay, with your right foot out to the side, okay, straighten the right leg. Keep your hips stacked on top of the left knee, and then you'll start to fold forward. Okay. Now, as you fold forward, your back will want to round. Maybe for this first few breaths, focus on reaching the chest forward, keeping your foot flexed, and then trying to stick the butt back any amount. So I like that movement at my hips so that I get a little bit more for my hamstrings. And then small movements again, maybe wiggling the hips side to side, or as you keep the hips steady, moving the legs side to side. As you fold a little bit more, maybe your hands are already on your mat, okay? As you go lower. So just notice how accessible it is for some in this shape, or maybe for some, hamstrings have to be released a little bit more. Okay, one more breath here. And then as you exhale, we'll slowly release, bringing that right knee back. Okay, we'll take it on the left side. You can swing the left leg out, okay, as you straighten that left knee. Okay. So make sure that your stance is comfortable as you straighten that left leg, flexing at the foot. Okay. And then taking your time, you can prop yourself a little bit higher as you inhale, chest reaches forward as you start to fold. And then from here, adding those small movements at the hips as the butt sticks out. Okay, or maybe shaking the hips gently or wiggling the leg side to side. Again, taking your time. If it's accessible, maybe bringing the upper body closer to the floor or to your mat. Okay, one more breath in. And then from here, we'll slowly release. We'll bring that left knee back. Okay, we'll set our blocks off to the side. And then from here, reset in tabletop. Okay, you'll go ahead, tuck the toes. Lift up to a floating tabletop. Okay, hug that navel in, or imagine you're wearing a jacket and you want to zip up. So zip up from the pelvis towards the ribs to support not just the core but also the back muscles. And then from here, we'll push back up downward facing dog. Okay, adjust the feet if needed. And then taking your time as you move in this down dog, alternate bending the knees, maybe wiggling the hips side to side. Okay, so you'll also enjoy an outer hip release here. So you'll start to press your right heel down, keeping that right leg straight, and then bend any amount on that left knee as you reach your butt back. Okay, so pushing away from the arms, maybe adding small movements again. One more cycle here. And then from here, you'll switch sides. Okay, grounding that left heel, keeping that foot at an angle as you start to bend the opposite leg. Hold here as you lengthen, and then maybe wiggle the hip side to side again. One more breath here. And then from here, we'll come back to downward facing dog. And then from here, we'll look in between the hands, knees bend as you step one foot forward, followed by the other. Inhale, come up halfway, maybe hands press on the shins or even on the thighs to help prop the chest higher. As you exhale, you'll fold. Okay, so we'll stay in this forward fold, maybe grabbing for opposite elbows, maybe even adding that swinging motion. Then see how that feels for the back of your legs, for the hips. One more breath. And then from here, hands can come onto the hips, maybe knees slightly bend as you slowly roll yourself all the way up. Okay, and then we'll set up at the top of our mat, finding your Tadasana, grounding through both feet. As you inhale, we'll reach the arms up. Exhale, we'll fold forward. Inhale, we'll come up halfway. As you exhale, plant the palms. This time, let's step back to a plank. Hold in plank for 5 cycles of breath. So as you activate pretty much everything else, not just the shoulders, so pushing away from the floor. Notice if all of the weight is on your wrists, so even press your fingertips down. Okay, breathe here. Activating that zipper. Activating the legs by pressing the thigh bones up. And then as you exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, and then your choice, you can maybe find small movements if that's needed, or you can choose to be still in down dog. Breathing in and out of the nose. One more cycle here. And then from here, looking in between the hands, bend the knee slightly as you step forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands back. Next round, inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. This time, as you exhale, ground the palms, spread the fingers wide, but then step back to a tabletop. Okay, set up the knees. Okay, maybe it's slightly behind the hips. Toes can point down or point back or tuck the toes. From here, activate the zipper. You'll reach the chest forward and then you'll bend and hover. So we're in our modified chaturanga or just a push-up hold. Okay, one more breath. From here, you'll push back up. Maybe pass through plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Reset in down dog, connect with the breath. One more round. Inhale, shift forward to plank. This time we'll lower down the knees. Hold the zipper. Keep that pushing away effort as the chest reaches forward, and then you'll bend any amount and hover. As you move down closer to the floor, push away. One more breath. And then this time you'll slowly lower all the way down. Notice if you're wanting to flop down, just be mindful as you lower. And then as you inhale, you'll roll the chest up for cobra, maybe pressing the shoulder blades together. One more breath. And then from here, pushing back up, downward facing dog. Breathing in and out of the nose. Okay, mindful of the breath. Also mindful of the thoughts. Just keeping your awareness on the mat. One more cycle. So you look in between, knees can slightly bend as you step forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands back. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. As you exhale, this time we'll step back to a plank. So remember, you have the option to do this from knees down. Okay? Keep the efforts of zipping up, pushing away as you reach forward, and then bend any amount. This time, as you inhale, we'll straighten the elbows any amount for upward facing dog, keeping that zipper. Exhale, pushing back, downward facing dog. Okay, this time we'll lift the right leg up. Okay. You'll start to open at that hip and then bend at the right knee. Okay, maybe staying here for another breath. Okay. You can hold here, or you can start to keep reaching the right foot down towards the left side. We'll land back and then we'll reach the right arm over the head. Okay, I'm just being mindful that I don't hit my plants. Okay, so push away from that left hand. One more cycle. As you exhale, we'll come back. Right hand down as you lift the right leg up. Okay. And then we'll step the right foot in between the hands. Come up to the fingertips so you can reset your stance. As you inhale, come all the way up. Okay, high lunge, breathe here. Bend any amount at that right knee. Hold the zipper, one more breath. From here, bringing the hands together, you'll start to shift forward or lean forward, and then we'll add a twist. So you can hook your left elbow onto the right leg as you turn at your trunk any amount. You can bend deeper if you like, but make sure that your back leg, that effort of pressing up, so you also distribute the weight. Hold here, maybe palms pressed together. As you turn a little bit more, gaze to where it's accessible for your neck. One more breath. As you exhale, we'll slowly release, hands down, stepping back to a plank. Again, option to bring the knees down as you reach forward, bend and hover. Inhale, chest slides forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reconnect with the breath. Okay, let's take this on the left side. Inhale, lift the left leg up as you start to open at that hip. As you bend the left knee, you can stay here. You're opening at that hip, or maybe for some, you keep reaching that left foot down. As that left foot lands, right hand reaches up. Okay? So you're also pressing on the outside edge of the right foot as the left arm reaches up. Push away from that bottom hand. Then maybe left hand reaches over the head, opening at the chest. One more cycle. As you exhale, we'll slowly release. Left hand down as you lift the left leg up. And then from here, we'll step the left foot in between the hands. Come up to the fingertips so that as you inhale, come all the way up. Hands lift. Hold here in the high lunge. Again, bend any amount on that left knee as your back thigh presses up. From here, bring the hands together, inhale. As you exhale, we'll hinge forward, turning, twisting at our trunk as your right elbow presses against that left leg. Breathing in and out of the nose. Notice the breath at this point. Maybe deepen the bend, maybe just hold, focus on the breath. And then as you exhale, we'll slowly release. Hands down, pressing back. Breathing in, taking your time as you transition, bending as you hover. Inhale, maybe shoulders press back lightly. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then staying here for 5 cycles of breath. Maybe at this point, notice the heart rate. I know mine is slightly higher. So connect with the breath. And notice when you control the breathing, everything starts to slow down. One more cycle here. And then looking in between the hands, bending at the knees as you step forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands back. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale as you step back. Again, variations to the transition. You can bring the knees down, maybe lower all the way down, and then just press up to cobra, lifting the chest away. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we'll take that similar transition. We'll lift the right leg up again as you open at that hip, bending at that right knee. Again, you can hold here and stay, or maybe keep reaching that right foot down as you transition, lifting the right arm up. Maybe right hand reaches over the head as I hold on to my palm plant. Breathe here. Okay. So a lot of effort to push away from that bottom hand, holding that zipper. And then from here, we'll bring the right palm down, right leg lifts back up, reaching high as you step the right foot in between the hands. This time, we'll ground the left heel. Keep a balanced stance as you come all the way up for warrior one. Inhale here. Hold, okay? We'll hold that zipper, and then this time we'll reach the arms back, okay? You have the option to press behind the hips, so you have a bit more leverage to draw the shoulder blades together, opening at the chest. Maybe bending a little bit more. One more breath. And then this time we'll fold over our right inner thigh. Maybe the arms will reach up and over the head. And then notice, since we're in this orientation, if your shoulders are starting to droop down, in this case, press them up towards the ceiling. One more breath. From here, we'll slowly release, hands down, stepping back. Okay, continuing to transition, or you can skip this part and then just simply hold plank as you exhale, downward facing dog. You'll take it on the left side, lifting the left leg up, opening at that hip as you bend the left knee. Again, option to stay here, or we'll start to lower down that left foot, press on the outside edge of that right foot as you lift the left arm up. Breathe here. And then when you're ready, maybe lift that left hand over the head, adding that reach as you push away from the bottom hand. Maybe pressing the hips up, one more cycle. As you exhale, we'll release, left hand down as the left leg reaches high. And then we'll step that left foot in between the hands. Okay. From here, grounding that right heel. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up, warrior one. Okay. Hold the zipper, bend any amount at that left knee. Breathing here. Reconnect with the breath. And then from here, we'll open at the chest, but not letting the belly pop forward. Contain, bracing at the core. Breathing here. Balance the weight on both legs. One more cycle. And then from here, we'll fold over the left inner thigh, maybe reaching the arms up and over any amount, not letting the shoulders drop down, but keeping the chest nice and open. One more cycle here. From here, we'll slowly release, bringing the palms down as we step back. Again, you can skip the transition or be mindful of the breath you're choosing to move as you exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, 5 cycles of breath. And then notice again at this point, if you're like me who also sweats a lot, some of the sweat is already in my eye. Breathe. And sometimes that can be a distraction from the practice. Just be comfortable with those sensations as you reconnect with the breath. One more cycle. And as we look in between the hands, bending and then stepping forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands back. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, ground the palms as we step back again to a plank. Again, you have the option to skip the vinyasa, or you can always modify as needed. Inhale, keeping the zipper. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, we'll lift the right leg up. We'll open at that hip again as you bend the right knee. Option to stay here or keep reaching the right foot down. Adjusting that left leg as you reach up and over the head. Hold here. So zipper is active as you press the hips high towards the ceiling, pushing away from that right arm. One more breath. And then from here, we'll slowly release. Right hand down, reaching that right leg high. Inhale. And then from here, you'll go ahead and bring that right foot off to the side as you lower down the outside edge of the left foot. So we're in a modified side plank as you reach that right arm up. Okay. So it's easy to sink the hips down here. So press the hips up towards the ceiling. Hold. Keep reaching that right arm towards the ceiling. Breathing here. You can stay here or maybe play around. You can come up to the right big toe. Maybe start to lift the right leg up and then take your time as you stack the feet. Breathe here. One more breath. And then from here, hands down, coming back to a plank. Continuing to transition if you like as you exhale. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, let's take that on the left side. Inhale, we'll lift the left leg up. Open at that hip, bending through that left knee. Hold here. Get that nice stretch on the left side as you start to lower down that left foot, pressing on the outside edge of the right foot. Reaching high, inhale, and then reaching over. Maybe notice how the shoulders feel at this point as you press the hips up towards the ceiling. One more breath. And then from here, we'll slowly release. Left hand down as you lift the left leg up. And then from here, you'll step the left foot at an angle as you ground again on the outside edge of the right foot. Adjust. And then we'll start to lift the left arm up. So we're holding side plank. Again, notice if the hips want to sit down, keep pressing high. Hold here and breathe. You can hold this variation, or maybe if you would want to explore or feeling playful, come up to the big toe. Okay, there will be some movement, but being comfortable with that as you try to hug everything in, and then maybe trying to stack the right leg on top. Keep reaching up towards the ceiling. One more breath. And then from here, we'll slowly release. Coming back to plank. Maybe continuing to transition. Or maybe for some, you can push straight back to downward facing dog. Okay, 5 cycles of breath here. Okay, notice the thoughts at this point. Notice the breath. Notice the sensations in the body. One more breath here. And then from here, we'll start to bring the knees down. And then we'll find child's pose. You bring your arms to where they're most comfortable for you. So I prefer to bring them around my legs and then add a bit of wiggling at the hips. It helps release the lower back. So you connect with the breath. And then from here, we'll start to come up, pressing up. Okay. And then we'll bring the legs in front. Okay. Flexing at the feet. Inhale, we'll reach the arms up. As you exhale, we'll start to fold forward. Okay. So you can hold on to your shins. You can grab your strap or a towel, wrap it around the legs or, at the feet. Or maybe for some, you already hold on to your feet as you start to fold. Okay, so taking your time, breathing here. Just another 2 more cycles of breath. So in this shape, you should feel this more at the hamstrings. If you're starting to feel a pull at the lower back, maybe bend the knees slightly or come up higher. 1 more breath. And then from here, we'll slowly release. Okay, from here, we'll cross at the legs. And then we'll come to an easy seat. We'll bring the arms out to a T. And then you'll bring your right elbow on top of the left. You'll start to twist, okay, or squeeze, okay, pressing the palms together. If the palms can't touch, you have the option to bring the hands on top of the shoulders. Okay. And then just to release all of that shoulder work, okay, breathe here. Just widen through that upper back. Okay, inhale. And then as you exhale, you can start to round as you fold. Maybe folding forward a bit more if that feels good. Okay, but just widening at the upper back. 1 more breath. And then from here, we'll slowly come up. Okay, we'll bring the arms out to a T again. Okay, but before we go to the other side, you can keep the legs crossed, or you have the option for this side to bring the soles of the feet together. Okay, taking it on the other side, left elbow on top of the right. Squeeze the elbows. Again, either palms touch or hands on the shoulders. Inhale. And then as you exhale, as the upper back widens, maybe folding forward a little bit more. So as we widen the upper back, as you fold forward, getting this stretch at the inner thigh, at the groin area as well. 1 more breath in. And then from here, we'll slowly release. We'll come up, release the shoulders, maybe give a shake. Okay. If the legs are in this shape, we'll start to bring the knees together. Okay. And then from here, we'll lie down on our mats. Okay. And then as soon as you're down, before we start to settle down, okay, we'll hug the knees in towards the chest. Okay. Do a few circles at the knees, just to massage the lower back. Okay. Going the opposite direction as well. Okay. From here, we'll plant the feet down, plant the palms down, and then inhale, we'll press the hips up for bridge. Okay. And then just hold here. I know we did a lot of this today. You can stay here, or if you still want more, interlace the fingers, shimmy the shoulders in, then maybe pressing up a little bit higher. 1 more cycle. And then as you exhale, we'll slowly release. Okay, breathe here. From here, we'll hug the knees in again towards the chest. This time, you'll keep the right knee hugged in as you lower down the left leg. Inhale. As you exhale, we'll twist towards the left side, bringing the right arm out to a T. Adjust the hips. Okay. And as you let your right arm and shoulder anchor you down, you can keep pressing the left leg down using your right leg down using your left hand. And then, or just soften in the twist. Hold here. 1 more breath in. And then from here, we'll slowly release. Okay, we'll come back to center. Hugging the knees in towards the chest and then taking it on the other side. Okay, as you straighten the right leg out, inhale. And then as you exhale, left arm anchors you down. As you adjust the hips and then bring the left leg towards the right. And then staying here. Again, if you want a little bit more, just gently pressing your right hand on the left leg. So I prefer to stay a little bit longer in this side because I need it more for my lower back. And then just go ahead and just notice the sensations on each side. 1 more breath in. And then from here, we'll slowly release. We'll come back to center. Okay, we'll hug the knees in towards the chest. Make yourself as compact as you can. Inhale. And then as you exhale, we'll start to lower down. Straightening out the legs. As you start to settle down, okay, maybe doing a quick fix at the clothes if that's needed. As you bring your arms out to the sides, if you have a towel, you can drape it over the eyes. If you have any props, maybe a bolster underneath the knees. And then as you start to settle down here, maybe taking your time as you exhale out. Maybe one more round, deep inhale. And slow exhale. And as you find stillness, and finding surrender in Savasana. So you can stay as long as you like in your Savasana, or as you start to move at the fingers and at the toes. Whenever you're ready, as you start to make the movements maybe a little bit bigger, as you reach the hands over the head, any stretch that feels good for you. And then when you're ready, we'll bring the knees in towards the chest. And then from here, rolling to any side, and then pressing yourself up to seated. And as you take your time, sit up tall. Maybe take a moment to breathe here. Just grounding yourself again as you bring the palms together, bowing down the head. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me. Namaste. So I hope you enjoyed that flow sequence. I did. I actually burned 120 calories in 30 minutes. So I'd like to thank you for watching. This is Every Yoga by Jo and Daya, sharing everyday yoga for everybody.